Alright. See what we got in here. That's heavy. Almost like a flywheel. That's heavy. Makes a lot of noise. That is a thick ass box too. Jeez. What is it, 2 boxes in one? Just 2 boxes taped together? No. Not sure what the hell this is. Ah, connecting rods. It's close to a flywheel. These are full up boxes. I could tell there was something weird about them. That's not a connecting rod there. Don't know what that is. So these are 4 boxes taped together. Alright, so these are connecting rods. If they're 52, they're Sportster. If they got an XA on them or whatever, they're Big Twin. So these are XA, so they're Big Twin. So these are knucklehead, panhead, and early shovel. If they're machined up in here like this, they're early shovel. They started going unmachined around 74, 5, I think. So these are pretty much there on back. So these don't look like there's any damage on them. So we did some racing grooving on here for better oil lubrication, but overall they don't look too bad. Yeah, nothing obviously damaged with that set, so that's a good set. This one's been blasted, it looks like. No, it's still got color on it. Kind of gray though. Big Twin rod again. So here's your number, forging numbers in there, cast numbers. They're not casted, they're forged, but oh well. You can see there's a little bit of wear on this, but doesn't have the grooves in there for racing. Obviously new races in these, but the rods themselves look pretty good. So that's a good rod. Yeah, definitely the bearing area not going to fly, but alright. Stock rods are stronger than most aftermarket rods, so having stock parts is an improvement. Where my knife went off to. There it is. So let's just cut apart so I can get to the next set. There we go. More rods. What a shocker, there's more of the same. Yep, stock's good. And a nice set. Don't look they're too heavily worn. Got the racing cut out in them again. Now this one was dragging on the side of the flywheel, so this rod set was pretty loose. So yeah, I got some pretty good wear on that. You don't want to see that, but that's not a deal killer, but that shows it was been eaten up on the side of the flywheel, so obviously that's not what you want to be looking at. When you see that, you got to start looking for this being real narrow on this side. See, it's narrower than this side, so it's worn quite a bit probably there. This guy had a whole bunch of these rods for sale, so I tried to pick out good ones, but you never know. This set's been blasted, so it hides a lot. So here's your number again, XA705. So this set here looks all right too. So let's measure these up here in a minute. See what we got. There you go, some more. These all look fairly good, except for that one that's worn a little bit. These are all the early rods because they're all fully machined. Now the early rods are also, ooh, that was sharp. Also, they're a little bit longer. They're 40 thou longer than the later rods. That's why there's more compression on the old bike versus the new bike. The rod's longer. Pokes it up in the head for the piston. Those are done. Let's see what we got for wear here. Okay, first thing we do is measure the 744, 740, 743, 742, 741, 740. I'd say these are all pretty well standard. So this one is all worn here on the side. It's not because the rod was eaten out, it's the crank pin was really loose in there, I'm guessing, but the rod races don't look like they're eaten up at all. They look actually good. So I don't know why that's like that. This side's been machined pretty smooth also, it's pretty flat, but so you can see it was machined that way. So maybe the rod was made off center a little bit. I guess that's possible. Harley's, these are just forged, so you know, I've had rods that rubbed a lot before, but this one's definitely a rubber one. But oh well, is what it is. It looks all right other than that. So there you go. These look like they're all good sets of rods. Looks like there's 6 of them down there. So there you go. So I guess it's set 11, 5, 10, 9, 6, 4. There, I missed a couple sets. So all the other ones had other issues. So when you're buying a rod, you want to make sure that nothing, this rod does not ever contact this rod. If you ever see a rub mark here on the outside edge, throw the rod away. These that crack right through here, they just open up and break right through here. Obviously you don't want to see all these grind marks in there either, preferably. So that set's not the best. This set here was machined flat like that, which makes them look like they're worn that way, but these are actually machined this way. You can see the machine marks. This one here has been rubbed on a little bit right there. It's more like buffed on. It's not a wear mark, it's a buffing mark. Somebody was trying to buff them up for some reason. So there you go. So this one here is the more questionable of the set, just because that one rod, the male rod there, has been rubbed on pretty heavy, but other than that they all look pretty good.